Since I talked about my first paid caster job yesterday, I started having some thoughts about how to become a shoutcaster because it's a question I often receive. And I have helped quite a lot of people in that journey to becoming a shoutcaster. And I know that there are different opinions on how to practice becoming one, or basically just how to become one, or how you start. Because last like last time I was at NPF, Net Party Fyn, which is the biggest Danish LAN party, I were interviewed alongside my partner in crime, Lortzi, and we have different opinions on how to start becoming a shoutcaster. Because his opinion is that you just gotta jump straight out into it. Whereas that's obviously something important, but I believe in you having to be active in trying to learn. So I prefer when people reach out to someone like me, someone who knows what they're doing, or at least have an idea, more experience than them, because that means that I can, or someone else who is a better shoutcaster than me, can help you. And throughout my career, which has nearly lasted 2 years, I have reached out to a lot of different commentators. I reached out to Deficio, Sona, Scoundrel. I've reached out to Quickshot, Cyrene, Bliss, Givius, Vedius, Zeta. I have even talked to some of the guys. I've talked to Cyrene, Pulse, Vedius, Pyrotechnic, Stress, Deficio over Skype or in real life. Most of them being from the Ragnarok tournament that I casted a few weeks ago. But basically what I'm saying is that I see the start of a career as where you reach out to someone who can be your mentor, so to say, so that you can get help in order to try and learn. Because being active is the most important thing in my opinion. Obviously, you want to just do it. You want to practice a lot. I practiced by doing ESL Go for Lols. That was the way that I started. I talked to Quickshot and Deficio, and I got help, yes. But the most important lesson that I got was from Bliss and Givius, two amateur commentators, where Bliss is now doing one of the very big tournaments in Greece, and he has moved over to doing a lot of Greek commentary, and Givius has become more of a coach. However, they told me how to do this. They told me a lot of basic stuff about becoming a commentator. They helped me get into ESL, where I could get to do Go for Laws for a certain period of time until I felt ready to move on to do online tournaments for stuff like Vesper League, House Party 5v5, Compete League. So basically they just helped me quite a lot, and they actually became a mentor for me because they told me what I was basically shit at, basically what I was terrible at and what I was good at, and they gave me feedback like that. They helped me so much. So that is why I believe that you have to be active and you have to try and learn from a mentor. You have to find someone who wants to help you, because that is really the only way that you can learn this stuff. Because you need the help. You need someone who has a little bit more expertise than you, that can tell you, well, you do this great, you do this great, you're pretty fucking terrible at this, but let me tell you how you can improve in it. And there is no golden ticket in becoming a shoutcaster. You have to put in the work. You really have to. A lot of times when I get contacted by someone who wants to learn how to become a shoutcaster, they just contact me and they say, hey, I want to become a shoutcaster. How do you do this? Well, And let me tell you, my little friend, you go out and you fucking Google that shit. You can find so much on the internet. And obviously I want to help you, but if you come to me and you ask me, how do you do this? And you expect me to write an article or something for you, a guide, so to say, on how you do this, and you want me to take time out of my schedule in order for you to learn, I'm not going to be playing by your rules. I don't want to do that. I want you to help me help you. Because if you want to learn this, if you really want to do so, you need to actively try and learn it. Because I cannot be your guide 101 on becoming a shoutcaster. Because you can Google it. You can find so much on the internet. I mean, okay, let me give you a few examples. Red Eye has a book on his Twitter that you can download on how to becoming a shoutcaster, which mainly covers a lot of the play-by-play casters part, but also a lot of critical points for a colorcaster and just commentating in general. D-Man has made a YouTube video about commentary. You can find tons of interviews on the internet. I have seen interviews by Cyrene, by Seda as well, on how to becoming a better shoutcaster. And there are just so many guides on commentary. You can find interviews, articles, YouTube videos everywhere. I have a Google document where I have everything collected, and I have like 3 pages of League of Legends stuff, of FIFA, Heroes of the Storm, Hearthstone, Counter-Strike. There's so much. You can find all of this online if you actually try to find it. So you can't come to me and look for the guide on becoming a perfect commentator. You need to search for it, because shoutcasting is delicate art, and it requires practice, and even more practice, and it also requires you on being active. You need to go out and look for someone who can help you. You need to just do it, because yes, you can start shoutcasting, but if you do it the wrong way, if you don't get help in figuring out the right way, well, then you'll get bad habits. You'll only hurt yourself in terms of how you want to do it and do it properly. I have done this quite a lot as well. I have bad habits. I have been solo casting as well, which is a terrible way of doing it, because you just get so many bad habits. You are never going to be commentating alone. So if you do it alone, you get bad habits. You want to do it with a partner. You want to practice over professional casters' VODs. You want to listen to them, but you also want to commentate over the matches that they have done, because then you get an environment where you actually have some good matches to cast over. And everything else obviously is also important, but basically what I believe is some of the most important things is that you, and now I'm talking from a colorcaster's perspective, you need to go out and learn. You need to look for help. That's 2 things. You need to find tips. You need to find tricks, and then you just need to do it. If you hold yourself behind, if you don't actually try to do it and just sit around waiting for someone to help you, well, then you will obviously fall behind. So, if you ever want help in becoming a better shoutcaster, I have talked to so many people, and I wouldn't mind helping another one. I do it all the time. I love to help in expanding the esports scene, so in the best possible way I can do it is by helping other shoutcasters. So if you want help, then you can hit me up. I am definitely able to provide help, tips, tricks, useful links. I can basically help you with most of what you would want. However, you have to keep in mind, I have no golden ticket for you. You have to actively try to become a better shoutcaster. I have done the same. So you can definitely hit me up. I have no golden ticket, but I can help you. And that is my way of becoming a shoutcaster. It's very briefly, it's how I think that you can come out and actually search for a way of becoming that shoutcaster and actually trying to get into that hobby and find the passion, which I also have, for something that I love. So go out, find someone that can help you and can mentor you, because that is pretty much what I think is essential in taking the first step towards becoming a shoutcaster.